Have you felt that little twinge when you stand up too quickly? Maybe worried a bit more about tripping on the rug? Or perhaps you've heard stories from friends about unexpected fractures that seemed to happen out of nowhere. It's easy to blame getting older. After all, everyone says that bones just naturally get weaker as the years go by. And yes, aging certainly plays a role. There's no denying that. But what if I told you that for many people over 60, the biggest threat to their bone strength isn't just the calendar ticking over? What if a common, often overlooked habit is actually speeding up that weakening process, making your bones fragile much faster than aging itself would on its own? It's a painful reality that fragile bones can steal your independence, make simple tasks feel risky, and turn a minor stumble into a major life change. But there's a secret many people don't realize. Something simple that can make a huge difference. In this video, we're going to explore what this hidden habit is and look at practical, easy steps you can take right now to protect and even strengthen your bones, helping you stay active and confident. Get ready to uncover some surprising truths. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you. Now, let's talk about this habit. It's something many of us fall into without even thinking about it, especially as life perhaps slows down a little or we have more time at home. It's the habit of less movement, the habit of letting our bodies get too comfortable, too still. Think about it. Maybe you used to walk everywhere, or you had a physically demanding job, or you spent weekends gardening or playing sports. As those things perhaps change, or maybe you've just settled into a more relaxed pace, the amount of physical activity in your day might have slowly, almost sneakily, decreased. This isn't about being lazy. It's often just a natural shift in lifestyle. But here's the critical point. Your bones are living tissue, just like your muscles. They respond to stress and demand. When you move, especially when you put some kind of weight or resistance through your bones, you're sending a signal to them, hey, I need you to be strong. They respond by building new bone cells and becoming denser. It's a constant process of remodeling. Old bone is removed, and new bone is laid down. This process is happening all the time. However, if you don't provide that stress, that demand through movement and activity, the signal to build new bone weakens. The removal of old bone continues, but the building of new bone slows down significantly. This imbalance is what leads to a gradual loss of bone density, making your bones more porous and fragile over time. This is why a sedentary lifestyle, or just moving a lot less than you used to, is that common habit that can be so much more damaging to your bone health than just the simple passage of years. Aging makes the bone remodeling process a bit less efficient anyway. But inactivity slams the brakes on the building process, accelerating the loss dramatically. Think of it like this. Imagine you have a savings account. Aging might be like a small monthly service fee. A little bit gets taken out each month. But the habit of inactivity is like stopping your regular deposits while the fees continue, or even increase. Your balance starts to shrink much faster than if you were still making those deposits. Your bones need those deposits of stress and activity to stay strong. And the good news is, it's never too late to start making those deposits again. Even small increases in your daily movement can start sending those positive signals to your bones. We're not talking about needing to run marathons or lift heavy weights overnight. It's about incorporating movement back into your routine in simple, manageable ways. Start small. Could you stand up during commercial breaks while watching television? Could you walk to the mailbox instead of driving? Could you spend 10 minutes pottering in the garden or tidying up around the house at a slightly brisker pace? These small bursts of activity might not feel like much, but they add up. Even just the simple act of standing and walking puts stress on the bones in your legs, hips, and spine, exactly the places most vulnerable to fractures. If you're used to sitting for long periods, make a conscious effort to get up and move around for a few minutes every hour. Set a timer if you need a reminder. Walk around the block. Do a few stretches. Climb the stairs in your house a couple of times if you have them, and feel comfortable doing so. These seemingly insignificant actions are foundational. They break the cycle of prolonged stillness and start reactivating those bone-building signals. It's about creating a new habit, the habit of incorporating movement naturally throughout your day. Think about tasks you do, Can you make them more active instead of asking someone to fetch something for you? Can you get up and get it yourself instead of sitting to peel vegetables? Can you stand? Every little bit counts. It's not about structured exercise only. It's about reducing the amount of time you spend completely still. This foundational layer of increased daily movement is the first crucial step in counteracting the bone-weakening effects of a sedentary lifestyle. It prepares your body for more specific activities and starts rebuilding that crucial connection between movement and bone strength. But simply moving more throughout the day is just the beginning. To truly boost bone density, we need to think about how we move and what kind of stress we're putting on our bones. Moving more in our daily lives is a fantastic starting point. But to really tell your bones to get stronger, they need a specific kind of encouragement. This brings us to the next crucial steps in counteracting that damaging habit of inactivity. While gentle movement is good, your bones particularly respond well to activities that involve working against gravity or using resistance. These are known as weight-bearing exercises and strength training. Let's break down why these are so important and how you can incorporate them safely. Weight-bearing exercise is anything where your body is supporting its own weight against gravity. When your feet and legs are bearing your weight, activities like walking, jogging, if suitable for you, dancing, hiking, and climbing stairs all send those vital signals down through your bones, stimulating them to grow stronger. Notice the difference. Sitting on a stationary bike or swimming, while excellent for your heart and muscles in other ways, aren't truly weight-bearing for your lower body and spine in the same way. Walking is one of the most accessible and effective weight-bearing exercises. Aim for a brisk walk, where you feel your heart rate elevate a little and your breathing deepen. If walking outdoors feels challenging due to uneven ground or weather, walking in place indoors, using a treadmill, or walking at a local shopping center are great alternatives. Start with what feels comfortable, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and gradually increase the duration and pace over time. Consistency is key here. Aiming for 30 minutes of brisk walking most days of the week is a fantastic goal. If you find walking alone a bit monotonous, join a walking group, walk with a friend, or listen to podcasts or music. Making it enjoyable makes it sustainable. Climbing stairs, even just 1 or 2 flights, is also a powerful weight-bearing activity. If you have stairs at home, try to use them more often. If not, look for opportunities elsewhere, always using handrails for safety. Strength training, also known as resistance training, is the other vital component. This involves working your muscles against some form of resistance, like your own body weight, resistance bands, or light weights, when your muscles pull on your bones during strength exercises. This also stimulates bone growth and increases density. Plus, stronger muscles improve your balance and coordination, which significantly reduces your risk of falls, a major cause of fractures in older adults. Don't let the term strength training sound intimidating. You don't need barbells or a gym membership to start. Simple bodyweight exercises are incredibly effective. Think about activities like getting up and down from a chair without using your hands, chair squats, standing push-ups against a wall, or calf raises standing and rising onto the balls of your feet. Resistance bands are relatively inexpensive and versatile tools you can use at home to work different muscle groups. Even using household items like full water bottles or cans of soup can act as light weights for exercises like bicep curls or shoulder presses. Aim to do strength training exercises that work all the major muscle groups at least 2 days a week, allowing a day of rest in between. Focus on proper form to avoid injury, even if it means starting with fewer repetitions. If you're unsure how to perform an exercise, there are many reputable online resources and videos demonstrating safe techniques for seniors. Consulting with a doctor or a physical therapist before starting a new exercise program is always a good idea, especially if you have any underlying health conditions. They can help tailor exercises to your specific needs and abilities. Beyond movement and exercise, another crucial piece of the bone health puzzle, often overlooked alongside the lack of activity, is nutrition. Your bones need specific building blocks to stay strong, primarily calcium and vitamin D. Calcium is the main mineral component of bone. Getting enough calcium through your diet is essential, But your body also needs vitamin D to absorb that calcium effectively. Many people over 60 don't get enough of either. Excellent sources of calcium include dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese. If you're lactose intolerant or prefer not to consume dairy, there are many non-dairy sources like fortified plant-based milks, almond, soy, oat, tofu, leafy green vegetables like kale and broccoli, and calcium-fortified juices and cereals. Aim for about 1,200 milligrams of calcium per day from a combination of food and potentially a supplement if your dietary intake isn't sufficient. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin because your body can produce it when your skin is exposed to sunlight. However, factors like age, skin tone, time of year, and sunscreen use can affect how much vitamin D your body makes. Dietary sources include fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, egg yolks, and fortified foods like milk and cereals. It can be challenging to get enough vitamin D from diet and sunlight alone, especially during winter months or if you're mostly indoors. Many health professionals recommend a vitamin D supplement, especially for older adults. It's best to get your vitamin D levels checked by your doctor, who can advise on the appropriate dosage for you. Combining regular weight-bearing and strength training exercise with adequate calcium and vitamin D intake creates a powerful synergy for bone health. Each component supports the others, maximizing your body's ability to build and maintain strong bones. It's about addressing the different facets of that common habit, not just the lack of movement, but sometimes the lack of attention to the right nutrients too. By actively focusing on these areas, getting more general movement, doing specific weight-bearing and strength exercises, and ensuring you get enough calcium and vitamin D, you are directly combating the effects of aging and, more importantly, reversing the damage caused by that quiet habit of letting your physical activity dwindle over time. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge and taking consistent, positive action. And remember, it's not about perfection, but about progress. Every step, every strength exercise repetition, every glass of milk or serving of kale contributes to a stronger, more resilient you. We've covered the vital role of movement, specific exercises, and nutrition. But there's still one more layer to consider in protecting your precious bones and ensuring they stay healthy for years to come. So, we've talked about how crucial it is to move more throughout the day. Incorporate weight-bearing and strength training exercises, and fuel your body with essential nutrients like calcium and vitamin D. These are the pillars for counteracting the bone-weakening effects of that common habit of inactivity and neglect. But it's worth revisiting the core idea. It's not just about doing these things. It's about making them a consistent part of your life, integrating them so they become your new habits. Breaking the old habit of being too still and building the new habit of being active and mindful of your bone health takes time and effort. But the rewards, maintaining your independence, reducing your risk of fractures, and living a more vibrant life are absolutely worth it. Remember how we started? Talking about the painful reality of fragile bones and the fear of falls. By focusing on these actionable steps, you are directly addressing those fears. You are building a stronger foundation for your body and your future. Let's quickly recap the key areas we've covered, not as a list, but as interconnected parts of a healthier lifestyle. It starts with recognizing that a lack of consistent physical stress on your bones due to decreased activity as you get older is a significant factor in bone loss, often more impactful than aging itself. Counteracting this begins with simply increasing your overall daily movement. Every time you choose to walk a little further, stand instead of sit, or take the stairs, you're sending those positive signals to your bones. Building on that, incorporating dedicated weight-bearing exercises like brisk walking or dancing, and strength training exercises using body weight or light resistance provides the specific stimulus your bones need to become denser and stronger. Alongside this, ensuring your body has the necessary raw materials, sufficient calcium intake from food, and adequate vitamin D levels for absorption is non-negotiable. Think of these as building blocks and the mortar that holds them together. It might feel overwhelming to change long-standing habits, and that's completely understandable. The key is to start small and be consistent. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Pick one or two things to focus on this week. Maybe it's making sure you get up and move for 5 minutes every hour. Or perhaps it's adding a short walk to your daily routine. Or consciously adding a calcium-rich food like a serving of yogurt or a handful of almonds to your snack. Once that feels comfortable. Add something else. Small. Sustainable changes are far more effective in the long run than trying to do too much too soon and getting discouraged. Be patient and kind to yourself. There will be days when you don't feel like exercising, or you forget to take your supplement. That's okay. Just pick up where you left off the next day. Consistency over perfection. Always. Think about the future you want. Do you want to be able to keep up with your grandchildren? To travel comfortably? To maintain your independence and live in your own home for as long as possible? Strong bones are fundamental to all of these things. They are the silent partners in your ability to live your life to the fullest. Taking action now, by integrating more movement, specific bone-building exercises, and mindful nutrition into your routine, is an investment in your future well-being. It's a way of taking control and actively participating in your health journey, rather than passively accepting that getting older inevitably means becoming frail. It doesn't have to be that way. You have the power to influence your bone health significantly. Remember, small changes really can make a big difference to your health and happiness. Every little bit of effort you put in today contributes to a stronger, more resilient body tomorrow. It's about empowering yourself to live your best life at every age, with the strength and confidence to do the things you love. Don't let that quiet habit of slowing down steal your bone strength. Be proactive, be consistent, and be proud of every step you take towards a stronger you. We've covered a lot today, delving into that common habit and what you can do about it. I hope this has given you some valuable insights and practical ideas to start implementing right away. What are your thoughts on this? Have you noticed the difference that movement makes in your own life? What are some of your favorite ways to stay active or get enough calcium? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more people see it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips and advice on living your healthiest, happiest life after 60. Thank you for watching. Live your best life at every age.